Hello, Steve from dudehack.com. Today, we're going to be talking about whether or not you can go invisible on Hinge. So you don't want to completely delete your Hinge account, but you don't want to appear on the app for whatever reason. Now, before we get into that, just a quick side note. Yes, my name is Steve. I am the owner of dudehack.com, which is your online dating resource covering everything online dating. So go check that out. And if by the end of this video, you're not sure if Hinge is the best dating app for you or not, I suggest you go and take our free quiz, which will tell you exactly what dating app would suit you better. I've gone ahead and I've included the link for that down in the description below. But today you are here to find out about whether or not you can go invisible on Hinge. So let's get into that right now. So whatever the reason it is that you want to take a bit of a break from Hinge but not delete your app, maybe it's just that you don't want somebody to see that you're on the app, or maybe it's just that you need a break. Look, the woes of online dating, they get to all of us at times, and sometimes you do just need a break. If anything, I actually encourage it. But the question does remain, can you actually go invisible on Hinge? Well, in terms of going completely invisible, the answer is unfortunately no. Well, the only way that you can do that is by deleting the app. But by the fact that you have clicked on this video, it tells me that you don't want to delete your app altogether, that you do probably plan to hop back on there at some point, and you don't want to have to redo your bio and your photos and your prompts and things like that. So look, I get it. So let's just imagine that we want to keep Hinge, but try to remain as invisible as possible. Now, when it comes to that, there is actually two things that we can do. Now, the first is a little bit of a more makeshift type way to appear invisible. And what I mean by that is just being extremely picky with your preferences and your deal breakers. For example, if you were to set your max distance to a radius of only 1 mile and set all of your deal breakers off and set all of your preferences to, say, someone aged between maybe 79 and 80 and only somebody who's over 6'6", you can imagine that you're not going to be seeing all that many profiles. And look, you might end up with a 6'6" grandma, but you can sort of rest assured that those profiles, most of them, aren't going to see you as well. Taking into account the fact that Hinge does provide quite a few less swipes than most dating apps as well, you can imagine that you're probably not going to be showing up in their swiping card that often. But that still doesn't make you completely invisible. If you do match somebody else's preferences, then you still do run the risk of showing up in their swiping. But if you want to ensure that you're not getting any more matches, or that you are being invisible to anyone that you're not matched with, there is a way you can do it. And that would be by temporarily pausing your account. Yes, that's right. Hinge does give you the option to pause your account. So I assume for most of you, that is what you will be after, a way that you can basically put things on hold, but come back to it at a later date and ensure that your profile is ready to go. Now, I say that you will be invisible to people that you aren't matched with, because people that you still are matched with will still be able to view your profile. They will see that you are paused, but they will still be able to send messages if they like, and you will still be able to send messages back to them. So look, maybe if you are sick of swiping, but you have made a real connection with somebody in your messages thus far, maybe you can select to pause your account as well. If you do want to go ahead and pause your account, just head over to your settings, then press on account, and then you will see a little toggle to select to pause your account, and then just slide that on. Now look, I know that I did just say that essentially pausing your account will make you invisible to somebody that you aren't matched with. That's not 100% the case. It does say on Hinge, when you do actually pause your account, a little sort of picture pops up, and it does say that you might still receive a couple of likes. So look, the answer to this video that you came here for, of can you be invisible on Hinge? Look, the simple answer is no. You can't be completely 100% invisible. The only way for you to do that would be for you to delete your account and start completely fresh when you decide to, or if you decide to get back on Hinge in the future. But look, you can sort of rest assured that when your profile is paused, that you're probably going to be put out to the least amount of people possible whilst still holding onto your account. Look, if being completely invisible to people that you're not already matched with is highly important to you, I suggest that you do take on both of those suggestions and that you do pause your account. Now look, just as the rain has started to come in pretty loud here, I did just want to say that my suggestion to you, if it's really important to you to be quite invisible or as much as you can be, would be to actually take on board both of those strategies. Be extremely picky, i.e. setting all your deal breakers off and setting your preferences as very small windows, and pause your account. That way, that will be the probably most likely scenario where you won't be shown to hopefully anybody, or at least just very minimal numbers. And going even further than that, if you do decide to really not use the app for about 30 days, again, you can sort of rest assured that you're going to show a lot less likely. That's because it's reported that 75% of the profiles that you do see have been active within the last 30 days. So guys, that's basically it. Can you be completely invisible on Hinge? No. But with those little tricks, you can basically almost be invisible. So I really hope that has given you somewhat of an answer and that you can go ahead and try one of those two, or if not, both. If you are still wanting a bit more information on exactly how Hinge does work in a lot more detail, I suggest you do go watch that full video I made on exactly how Hinge works. I'll list it up above and in the description below. If you have enjoyed today's video or I have given you the answer of the question you were seeking for, guys, I would really appreciate if you did go ahead and press the thumbs up button and went ahead and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to the channel. Also, if at this point you're still not sure if Hinge is right for you or not, I suggest you go on over to dudehack.com and take the free quiz, which will tell you what dating app would suit you better. But look, until tomorrow's video, I hope you enjoyed this one. Be safe, stay well, and I will see you later.